Hi and welcome. This is the sixth video, I think, in our series about GSuite activities, and today we're going to go over the Gmail activities. So we're still not going over triggers. I'm going to cover that a little bit later. So the Gmail activities are pretty simple compared to the previous ones, and we're going to brush off all of them, and it's just to include them into the playlist as well. So first of all, we need to connect our Google Mail to our orchestrator. So you would do that by going to integration service. Then you would select the folder which you want to connect your Gmail account to. You would go to add connection and search for the Gmail. When you find the Gmail, you will be prompted to connect to it, and you can select the email which you want to connect to it. So it's that simple, and then the Google will keep the connection alive and we don't have to worry anything about it. Okay, now to the activities. So we're going to cover a few of the activities. The first one would be the get email list. So essentially this activity is just going to get emails based on the filters that we created and return it into a list that is type of Gmail, list of Gmails. And we can then work with those in other activities and work with those to extract the information from. So essentially we can just drag and drop the email activities. It will automatically give us the folders what we have. Of course, we can use the dynamic filters for this. On the right side, you would find that we have some predefined filters. For example, we're just going to read the unread files, not with attachments. So you can see that these are the pre-built filters. And if you need additional filters, you can do it by selecting it from here. So for example, if I want to from, if I want the subject to have it, we can select it and we can add more because there is an option to create more filters. But for now, we're just going to get one of the emails, and you can see that I have one unread email, and we're just going to get that one unread email in here. Emails, as well as any other Google type that we worked for, have ID, and based on that ID we can work with those emails a little bit later on. So if you have, for example, dispatcher and performer, then you can grab the email IDs of your unread emails, and then you can basically use those IDs, create tickets, populate those tickets with those IDs, and use those IDs later during the performer. Okay, that was the first one. And the second activity would be get email by ID. It does exactly what it says. So we're just going to grab the email from the first activity. We're going to get the ID from that activity, and then we're going to get that single email. It would be the same as this one, but I just want to showcase you this because this is exactly for the use case that I told you about. So like you can have a list of IDs, and then you can grab each one of the emails if you have like different bodies and you want to extract some information from, and then you can just grab those information from. You can download the email, and then we have, as we had in the previous activities for Google Sheet and Google Drive, we also have for each email. And the for each email will connect directly to your Google email. It will connect to the specific folder or label that you have created. You can create filters for it. So essentially it's the same as get emails by ID, but you can work with those emails right away. So for example, you can reply to that single email, you can download attachments if they exist, and so on, extract information, so on and so on. So yeah, that's also one of the things that we can do. Let me comment out this, and I'll run this activity to showcase you. We can use reply to email. So there are two options. The first option would be to send out emails. When sending emails, you can essentially like tell the bot to okay, send it as draft or not. This, you would use this if, for example, you're just creating an automation and you don't actually want to send information. For example, if you're sending information to clients, you don't want to send that to client, you just want to see how that email looks like, you would use this save as draft is true. Then in the body you can also like mark it so that it will be read as HTML. So what I like to do is I like to create an HTML template, then I'm essentially reading that HTML template, replacing the placeholders and placing the text values in here. So when you send it, it will be smart enough. I don't know if you can like select it to send out. Let's try this. I don't know like exactly how it's working. I have some pre-built activities, but essentially like you can send it as HTML format and it will send it formatted, right? You can add attachments as well, and in here you can specify like who is the recipient and who is not. So pretty simple, like any other email activities. You have reply to an email if you want to like keep the conversation going, if you don't want to like send a new email, if you want to reply to that specific email, you also have that option as well. And you have some activities that are useful for some reasons. For example, if you want to mark some email as read or not, or if you want to move that email to some other label or not. Additionally, there are triggers, and this is actually where this shines. So you can create triggers based on your connection. So essentially, like you can create triggers based on any connection through integration service. So for example, when a new email arrives under certain subject, you can create a trigger on that. You can run this automation. The bot or UiPath will send out that email ID, and then you can grab that email ID, extract the body, and do with those information however you want to. So yeah, that would be it. I really hope that you liked this video. It was a quick one. We all know how to use email activities already. There are other tutorials as well, but I really want to I really want to go over most of the activities from GSuite. So yeah, leave a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in a next video. Bye.